Guys, FA Cup 0-0 against RCA. How was it?
Hard fought. Come away with a few injuries. Had a one or two leading up to it, and one in the warm up as well. So it's stretching us, but proud of the lads the way that they dug deep. We were near enough playing with 9 men at the end. When Jonah went off, we had Ollie. We just stuck him up front. He was knackered, so them two will not figure on Tuesday. But I'm proud of them, how they've done it, how they stuck together. It was tough at times, but I think if CA is honest, I think them will have found it tough as well. But for me, I don't think there was any massive clean cut chances apart from the one where James's concentration at the end, great save. Other than that, yeah, there was a few shots and a few scary moments, but I think the draw was pretty fair today.
A couple of players had a play out of position today, but they coped pretty well.
The day, like I said, you didn't expect all your preparations, all your thought processes going into it. We had a bit of a game plan, went out the window in 10 seconds. So obviously we had to drop people, switch people around, and then we changed sort of shapes and everything. So was it fate? Yeah, it's getting us another crack at it. But like I said, we'll be massively stretched on Tuesday. Let's hope I can get a couple of people back strapped up and playing. But yeah, we'll see how we go.
A couple of missed opportunities as well in front of goal. Do you think you've missed chances today?
We've missed a couple. We didn't. I don't think we carved some great clean cut chances. I really don't. We've had a couple of. I thought there was a couple of tiredness kicked in. Like Jack Devlin, there's something wrong with his fitness. He hasn't worked hard enough during pre-season. He got himself into a couple of occasions where he's shooting from 30, 40 yards. It wasn't the right decision. There's others where he could have gotten into better areas, but that's not just having to go at Jack, because Jack put a right old shift in today. But again, I think we didn't create some proper clean cut. We've had a couple of little snapshot chances. I wouldn't have said we were clean cut chances.
Forced change at the beginning with the injury, and then the double substitution midway through second half. Was it tactical changes? Obviously Jack with a bit tiredness, but
Jack was massively tired. Minter was pulling up with cramp. There were sort of forced changes because the game was obviously coming down that hill. It's always hard, especially against RCA. They know how to play it really well. They've got some big lads. Big Swanner's always a threat coming down the hill. He's already 6'4", 5", whatever he is. He's now coming down the hill. He's got 2 and 3 inches on people, so it's always going to be a threat. So we had to tactically change that in terms of getting some more work rate on, in terms of Minter might have pulled up. I'm pleased we brought him off, and obviously Jack was just tired, so had they got tired, that might have turned into a little bit more fatigue. There might have been some pulls, but there's nothing there. That was just taking them off out the equation because they were getting tired.
really good turnout here today. A lot of respect shown at the beginning for Richie. How did it feel for the lads in such a situation?
Well, I can only talk from CW's point of view. Richie had a bit more dealings with Swailes, their manager, and their boys. Do you know what I mean? Because they obviously got to remember that Swailes was manager of this club. I'm sure it was about 6 seasons before I even came in the weir side and things like that. And he had Richie then. He brought Richie across to CA with him, and a lot of the lads sort of have moved over from CW as managers do. Managers will bring their own players who they can trust in and around. Swailes has brought them across here, so it was a little bit more sort of sentimental from CA. But we still had in our dressing room people like True, who's played with them, Jordan Harkers, and I'm trying to think who else. There was another. It was Jack Devlin. They all knew him really well. All I know is it's touched us just because of. Don't get us wrong. The timing of things is never good for anything like that. You know what I mean? That's not the right way to put it. But when we've got to play each other in the FA Cup and then we had them again, it was always going to pull on the heartstrings, and it has. It showed in the dressing room. We were all saying, let's go and put a performance out there, as I'm sure Swaz would have done with his lads. So yeah, it did touch us. Read a lot into it. We've looked at things, some great gestures sort of from both clubs of what they're doing for Richie, and from our players, their players. So yeah, we'll back them all the way with anything that they want to do between the two clubs, and do it. But it's like I said, it's possibly a little bit more closer to the CA lads who knew more. But yeah, very touching to see the Richie's family here, and hopefully we can help in times of need.
Looking ahead to Tuesday night, you take them home for the replay. You're going to have to wait and see what fitness is for players before you can look at what you're going to do.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think the team might just end up picking itself. Do you know what I mean? Depending on the bodies, we don't know. There's some fast healers out there. You can have some freak occurrences. We don't know. I'll have to wait and see. Probably Tuesday morning before I can even look at that. I'm sure me and Taj will have a look at it, and we'll speak with Paul. See who's injured. We'll ask Jimmy how he can help any of the lads up. Can any of them be strapped up? But look, I'll never make an excuse. We've had 90 minutes to do it today. We haven't done it. we've earned another crack at it. And that's just the fact of the matter is you've got to look how deep your squad is and how good your squad is. So we'll have a look. Yeah, we'll have a look and we'll see. So I'll know probably better Tuesday.
Brilliant. Well done today and good luck for Tuesday.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Cheers.
FA Cup, 0-0 draw, comes from replay on Tuesday. How does that feel?
Disappointed actually. Scrappy game, very scrappy game. You know, it could have went either way. Either way, I think we have had the two better chances where we should have probably converted them. But you know, it's not one of them games where you want to play. There was no quality in the game. I don't think. Right, we'd be dead happy going back to their place on Tuesday night. This time last year was 5-2 and we dominated the game. So disappointed actually. I thought we would have sneaked it today, and I thought at the end, last 10-15 minutes, we could have sneaked one. We had two great chances. Winters pulled a great save off, and Stevie Carls went a little bit wide and missed the target.
Both teams had the chances throughout the match, but it's fair to say no one could go away with a win.
I think it's a fair result, a draw, if I'm being honest. There's been no great brilliance in the game. Nobody stood out. Nobody's done anything exceptional to win the game. So we'll go again. We're still in the hat. Ryhope's still in the hat. We'll go up there on Tuesday night and we'll give it a good old shot.
Before the match, touch tributes to Richie. What's it been like around the club?
It's been difficult this week, obviously a lot of exposure, a lot of press and that with regard to Richie and that, and it's affected a lot of the lads in our change room who's good pals with Richie, who's come through the Corrie welfare days with him. I think it's 6 or 7 still with us at RCA who was with Richie up there. Tough week for us, and it's just a shame we couldn't probably put it to bed and win it for Richie, but he's probably spent most of his good time at the Corrie welfare, so he's probably sitting up there laughing now, and I'd be happy with a draw, I would have thought.
Great attendance and a lot of support shown for both local clubs at a time like this.
Fantastic support. It would be great if we both could get this sort of figures every week, and not just for the CA, for the Corrie welfare as well. I'd be delighted. I always look for the Corrie welfare results and the fans, because it'd be great if we could get 200 or 300 people in per game as opposed to your 90s and your 150s. And I'm a great supporter of Corrie welfare, and I'm a great supporter of RCN and Sunderland teams, West End, and great supporter of them all. But we want the attendances, we want to do well, we want sides of people to come and watch us. Hopefully, it wasn't a great spectacle today, but hopefully, they'll come on Tuesday night and we'll get another good crowd at the Corrie welfare.
And are you expecting many changes in your side ahead of Tuesday?
We've got obviously Mark Davison's back. We're trying to bring a couple in. We've obviously put 7 days into a couple of players, so possibly. Not too sure if we'll get them over the wire, over the line by then. But we'll see what happens. But Mark's back Monday or Sunday. Sorry. So Sparty's a big difference, big centre forward, experience. So not a great deal of changes, but Mark's through for fault.